Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Heath. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The play fake on first down to throw. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Those arms might have favored an alligator there, and it'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to throw again. Got a man. It's Stewart. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, Dave?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
And the Hokies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll run play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. To throw, it's King. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Rides to the back and leaves it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
But how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's going for the big play. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Drones. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got the quick pass. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Stewart. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Complete on the shuffle. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Back to throw, it's Drones. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throwing right. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success. And
oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Last season, Kyron Drones really didn't play to the level he or Virginia Tech expected for him. Jesse, what does he need to do to return to his 2023 form?
It's consistency and avoiding the negative plays, avoiding the turnovers, making the throws you're supposed to make. There is no question physically, Kyron Drones has all the tools. And you think back to a year ago, if that Hail Mary stands against Miami and they get that win, maybe the season ends differently for Virginia Tech. This is a special talent. He's got to be more consistent.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! And they have the first points of the game.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT makes it 7-0.
That makes the score Virginia Tech 7, Georgia Tech 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Snags it quickly on the left. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback on the keeper. Oh, what a move. Got enough for the first down. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
They try to pop a run on the draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's King. Grab near the sticks, it's Haynes. Got it and out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rutherford. The spin. Still on his feet. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. And the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed. And as a result, they give up a big one.
The Yellow Jackets trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Back to pass. Buying some time. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. Quick strike through the air for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by 10 to Indiana. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. There he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
You cannot let that happen to you defensively. That is the definition of getting gashed. They didn't have one guy in their front seven even get a finger on that guy.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got it in the middle. It's Overton. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
They've really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. Grabbed behind the line. It's Stewart. Touchdown, Hokies! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quickly complete. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
And a great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
Reads it, fires complete. Still on his feet at the 45. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Here's a heat. That's reeled in. It's Rivers. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Kane. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
He caught it! So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
And the Yellow Jackets are threatening on 1st and goal.
6 propane! 6 propane! Banner!
He's looking to throw. Big guy smells it. And he will score! Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Holloway. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
First and 10.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Finally, on defense, looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Snagged in the middle, it's Selden. Bulldozes his way through. All kinds of room to the right. Past the 30. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to escape and get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Yellow Jackets, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And that's a long way to throw the football. When you throw that comeback, it's all the way out wide. Nice job by the corner seeing it. The receiver looks like he's running a vertical route, but then sets it down. He stays right there.
Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Stewart. The ball squirts free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Now, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Kane. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Absolutely perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the offense has a gift back on the field after the costly special teams error. The gift to the tailback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. Scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
And he makes the extra point. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Holloway. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw, it's Drones. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Heath. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Turns it on at midfield. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
So now it's second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. This time on target. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Hokies getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off for the third time today. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Takes it the other way. The 20. Past the 10. And a big return after the high end. Sets up the offense for this possession.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it out. It's Holloway. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Drones. Now improvising. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down and for 38. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Hokies will line up to kick off and start the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. That's caught. It's Patterson. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's King. Get it out on the screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Using his legs, it's Stewart. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. Floating away. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Got some room to run. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USC is on the wrong end of a steel-toed boot today. This is one of those performances we simply don't see from the men of Troy. Embarrassing. They're trailing by 21 to Michigan. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but
Nah, and you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
To the air, it's Drones. Got him downfield. Turning it on. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy...
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones, and you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
And the misconnection on third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback, and I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires left. Hauls it in. On the move is the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Quarterback making adjustments. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Scanning the field, it's King. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football game.
After giving up that big play, this defense has been a rock. 3rd and goal coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Brought down at the 8-yard line as he took that interception back inside the 10 to set up this offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
just missed on the connection, incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
There were very big expectations surrounding this guy coming into the season. He's delivered week in, week out. With that last catch, he's now got over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to pass. It's Drones. Trying to set up the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D-linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Hairston. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bennett. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Bennett. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum. Help them go crazy. Help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down.
Touchdown, Hokies! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Got to give the defense credit, man. They've won the day, especially against the pass. They've gotten to the quarterback. They've hit him. They forced him to throw off his back foot on that one. They've had 3 interceptions in this game. What a day for this defense.
Wants to throw. It's Kane. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Looking for room, it's Stewart. Hard running there. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. A nice play there, and that is likely how we'll put the finishing touches on this period. So first down will open up the final period. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. And the Hokies are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Drones. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. It's Green. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Haynes. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And the Yellow Jackets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Rutherford. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical...
Oh, he's got some space. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Quarterback adapting. The short hands, it's Rutherford. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
He'll try the left side. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And I think the defense would be really happy with where they're at right now. If they knew they had held their stud down to his little yards, but they're trailing. And this is the time where he's going to get the ball even more. So they got to be ready for him. It's going to him. He's a great back, and they've done a pretty good job all day.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Let's go. Right. Get ready.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You know, I feel for this offense. If they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
The Hokies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Throws to the tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Quarterback may change this route. Toss sweep to the right. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there on the surf turf in Conway, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football.
Touchdown, Virginia Tech! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets. Bye, Felicia.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
George D. Burnell.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Yellow Jackets come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
Let's go!
To the air, it's King. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. 1 play, and they put it on the board. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Patterson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They'll line up for a second down play. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a third down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a first down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quick release by the QB. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty.